and welcome back to the channel. And in today's video we are going to try and sow the seeds of stalk flower, okay, or stalk. So these stalk flowers, they actually need quite a lot of soil, okay, so they will grow tall and big and they will need a lot of soil. Now I don't want to really sprinkle these teeny tiny little seeds. They look very similar to seeds of tomato, but they are really small, okay, so be careful and be careful to take them out on a tray so you don't lose them, okay. They are not like a teeny tiny, but they are smaller than the size of tomato seeds, and this is what one pack had, so I'm going to try and sow half of them in one pot, okay, and you can totally sow them like on a bigger round barrel type of a pot so that you can sow quite a lot of them and let them do their own thing. So you know, like this is something like a seed spreading variety, but I think the seeds will also require to sprout out, which is why I'm tweaking the soil composition and stuff. So just don't try to sow them separately in a tray or container, which is why I'm also making one video of that. So just sprinkle them, okay, and on the pot where you want them to grow. So now also, if you guys are new to the channel, then don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Let me show you the soil composition that I'm using. So I'm using about, say, 80% of garden soil and 20% of mulch or coco peat or sawdust, which is moist. The one kept in the pot is not moist. This is just for demonstration, okay, but use moist, really moist, not water soaked, not waterlogging, but moist coco peat or sawdust, okay. And I will also be using about, say, 6 granules diluted in half a cup of plain water at room temperature seaweed, okay, 6 granules of seaweed diluted in half a cup of water in room temperature as the first sprinkle, which I will be doing after I have laid the top layer of soil in the pot. So right now my pot is also ready, so let me show you guys. Okay, so that is how my pot is. Yes, it's a little bit waterlogging at the moment, but it will get soaked out because the soil that I was using is really dry. As you can see, my coco peat and garden soil, this is really dry. So I have put in a little bit extra water. And I will also be using the seaweed granule extract water after I've put the top layer of soil. So let me just do the sprinkling and I'll show you. Sprinkle the seeds. This is about half of the seeds that you guys saw. Now I will lay down a top layer of soil, very thin top layer of soil, because these are seed spreading variety, so their seeds like to be on the upper layer of soil. So I've laid out the top layer of soil, which again, can you see, it's really dry. Now I will just be sprinkling it with the first sprinkle of seaweed granule diluted water. Subsequently, I will not be using any more seaweed water. I'll just be checking the moisture level of the soil, and I will just sprinkle plain water and keep it under full sunlight till these seeds germinate. Now, if the seeds will germinate or not, ultimately, okay, that depends if your seeds pack is viable and new. If you have received an old seeds pack, then it might not germinate at all. But for the temperature when we are coming right out of winter into spring, seeds do take a little bit longer to germinate because they are in a very dormant state and the night temperatures are also quite chilly. So I've wet the pot soil, okay. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Bye for now.